Something I want to bring in real quick is for people, this is a little goodie. So I used to really struggle with OCD. I also have PTSD and anxiety and panic attacks were very common for me when I was a child. Different things could set on the panic and anxiety attacks, and I used to always be like this when I was younger, and this is something that a lot of Virgos will relate to, the OCD part. And I have a Virgo midheaven, so like my service in the world, my purpose in the world, and the way I show up for the world is very Virgoian. But also I have a South Node in Taurus in the 6th house. So anxiety, panic attacks, things that disrupt the nervous system, I'm very familiar with that. I'm a very traumatized soul, not only in this life, but many lifetimes, been through so much deep trauma of different kinds. So I definitely forgot that I had all of this, because I've been doing such good work on myself and such good work with my mental body, my emotional body, and really learning myself and learning my body and learning why these conditions pop up, and also soothing them. I've gotten really good at it. I haven't had a panic attack. Recently I did have some, but this is what this video is about. I've been very, if you've been on here, I love cannabis. That's like my thing. It helps calm me down. It pulls me out of the mode of panic very easily. And I believe that Spirit wanted me to be very sober for this eclipse, to show me the tools that I've gained beyond cannabis that can assist me when I am in a mode of panic, or when, an OCD episode is coming up. Because I used to really freak out, have a really unsettled nervous system, and I would just have the panic attack or the anxiety attack. And those of you know that once you have one panic attack or anxiety attack, it's kind of like anaphylactic shock. Like, it's easier to get another one. So I've had a couple over the past week or two, and it's been very uncomfortable, but at the same time, it has forced me to utilize my tools and my skills when I'm in those positions. And I'm really proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for being able to rise above my state of panic or anxiety and pull myself out of it. So last night I got stuck in a stairwell, and because there's a key fob that you need to go in particular doors. So I started to panic and just pace back and forth because I just was in that state of panic. I've already had a couple panic attacks this week, so this one did not take long to just settle in. It was very hard to calm my mind down. That's something with Virgo, okay? So I was in this loop of anxiety and OCD and just kind of panic, just completely panicking. I started hyperventilating, and then I stopped myself and I'm like, okay, I am out of control right now. I'm not in control of myself. I'm not in control of my environment right now. Let me stop and pull myself out of this and become the manifester and creator of my reality right now. So once I did that, and I slowed my breath down, and I closed my eyes, and I pulled myself from that panic, and it was very beautiful because I haven't had these in so long. Like, it's been at least 8 years, maybe more than that, since really high school, since growing up in New England, really, since I've experienced these. So there was a lot of things coming in that were bringing me panic and anxiety, that Spirit wanted me to be sober for and be able to deal with head on. So once I pulled myself into the state of meditation and I pulled myself out of my panic, and I'm like, all right, let me slow my breath down because my heart rate is very fast and this is uncomfortable. And let me gain control of my body and my breath and my thoughts right now. So once I did that, I was able to calm everything down. Time slowed down, my body was easing. And then I was like, all right, I will manifest someone to come to the door. And it worked. It did not take long. And I was really reminded, like, wow, I used to struggle with this a lot. And I had, when there was no cannabis, when I didn't know breath work, when I didn't know meditation, when I didn't know how to calm myself down, it was usually my mom or another adult or my brother that would be able to talk me out of my panic or anxiety. So I just want to share this with people that do struggle with OCD, with panic attacks, with anxiety attacks, especially if you're Virgo natured, if you have a nervous system dysregulation. Breath work and meditation is so helpful for you to gain control of your mind and your body, because you tell your body what it's going to do. When you're in a state of a panic attack or an anxiety attack, you're losing control of your thoughts, your mental body, and that's going to throw everything out of whack. So that's why a lot of people that are high strung, they're kind of always in that state of panic or anxiety because they're not knowing how to bring and soothe the flare-ups. So I just want to share that if you are someone that struggles with those sorts of things and feeling out of control with your environment, I highly recommend trying breath work, because a lot of us don't even realize a lot of people hold their breath often. They're not like, are you breathing right now? And how is your breath? The deep, slow breaths are what is going to regulate our nervous system. So breathing in deep through our nose. And doing that a couple times to regulate our body system. Because we have so much pummeling us right now. This is why I love cannabis, because it kind of creates a shield and a block. It's like a nice tree the plant creates around in my aura, so I'm really not affected. But God really wanted me to show myself that I don't need to rely on those things either. I'm still able to regulate my nervous system with breath, with simple meditation and a focus of the thought and a focusing of my mind. Because when you're in a panic or anxiety attack, your mind's not focused on anything but, oh my God, what's happening? Or, it's time to slow it down. Immediately bringing breath in deep through our nose. Instant nervous system regulation. No cannabis needed, no cigarette needed, no hape needed, just simple breath. The breath is permission. The breath is the life force. So when we're constricting or holding our breath, we're restricting our body from life force and cutting the life force off, which is what it needs to be regulated, especially with the nervous system. So yeah, I wanted to share that for people that may struggle with the same, or if you're trying to do sobriety off of anything and you get panic or anxiety attacks, please try breath work. Please try meditation. That's going to help you gain control over your mind. And then when you have control over your mind and your emotions, you have control over your entire body, and then you have control over your entire reality, really. When it comes to things like that, not controlling other people, but controlling yourself and controlling how your body reacts to certain situations. This is something I wish I knew when I was younger, so I would definitely bring this in for the kiddos that struggle with anger, that struggle with manic energy, that struggle with panic attacks or anxiety or OCD of any kind. Bring them to the breath. Bring them back to their bodies. Like, let's sit and take a couple breaths. Make it fun. Do a couple songs for them. I'm sure there's YouTube videos for kids as well. But I just like to bring this in because this is a medicine. The breath is medicine. The focus is the medicine. Okay? And with that, we can really charge up our bodies and we can heal our bodies from these panic and anxiety attacks from happening. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's a Virgo win for me. It's taken me a long time, but I got it now, and I'll share it.